What's going on, social cam, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube? This is Garnett again, and I'm just going to give a quick word of musical wisdom. The past couple of weeks, I've been getting into like discussions and debates about musicality and music theory, and if they work well together, can they be separate? Which one is better out of the two? In my opinion, I think that knowing music theory and being musical, they both, work together hand in hand. There has to be a balance between the two. It's like you don't want to depend on music theory so much that you become mechanical, but then on the other hand, you don't want to have all this great, music inside you, all these crazy ideas, and when it comes time to explain it, you can't really explain it using the theory. I guess in that instance, a person can be perceived as being musically illiterate. Now, I'm not knocking, any one side just because, life's experiences kind of shape that, But, however, I do believe that there should be a balance, I believe that music is a language and that one hand washes the other. So let's say you're listening to a song or whatever, and you like some changes that are in the song. I mean, you can easily try and learn what you heard. That's one thing, but then you can use theory to kind of figure it out. Or even sometimes when you're playing and you don't have time to think about theory when you're playing per se. You kind of just going with the flow, and then you hear a recording of yourself, and you think, wow, man, that was crazy. What was going on there? You can use theory to kind of analyze it so that when that situation comes again, you'll know how to apply it. So pretty much, theory is the mechanics behind the music, It pretty much shows how the music works, or how it functions, or how something functions in music. Almost like the English language, in a way. Since music is a language, you can just kind of use that as a parallel scenario, or whatever. Like when you talk to someone, you don't say noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, exclamation. That doesn't make any sense. However, if you speak like you normally speak, like say hi, how you doing, depending on who you're talking to, it has more meaning because it comes from you and you're actually saying something that someone can interpret and answer back. So I think that music has that power. Theory is going on underneath the music, but people just want to hear the art. It's like you got to use the left side of your brain to figure out the mechanics of how something works, and then your right side of your brain, uses that knowledge from the left side and becomes, and allows you to be creative with what you've learned, the knowledge that you've picked up. So. I think that they both walk hand in hand. It's very important. If you know a lot of theory and stuff, that's cool. Just branch out, break out of that box, and be creative with it. I remember when I was in school, I learned in like basic harmony, in terms of like classical stuff, that you can't have parallel fifths in terms of like chorale style voicings and things like that. But I break that rule all the time, because, I'm just being creative. There's some textures that I want to play that, that I feel that should be in whatever song I'm playing and whatnot, Now, am I a bad musician for doing that? Nah, So you could be creative. At the same time, though, actually, I say on the other hand, if you just know a lot of music and you don't know exactly what you're doing, you kind of owe it to yourself to find out and analyze what you're doing. so that you can put whatever you've learned in whatever situation you can. So, music theory and musicality, they both walk hand in hand. That's just my opinion. I wish I could go into more detail, but if you have any questions and whatnot, or any comments to what I said, feel free to write me on YouTube or geephlat, geephlat. Follow me on Twitter, geephlat. That's the handle, at geephlat. Or you can write me an inbox on Facebook, Garnet Walters. There's a picture of me playing on a keyboard or whatever. So that's just my 2 cents on musicality and music theory. They both walk hand in hand, and they help each other out. All right, music is infinite. Later.